All right, good afternoon, everybody. As y'all know, I'm Nathan Flurry, General Manager of the Columbus Lions, here with head coach Damien Daniels. We're just going to do kind of a quick press briefing, kind of go over a few things. We had an unfortunate loss this past Friday. It happens. The guys are rallying together. I know we've got a great team that's going to stand behind us. But the one thing I want to thank everybody for all their support. Military Night was an amazing night. We had an amazing amount of people. We want to thank our fans. We want to thank our military for that. We want to thank all the support that we've gotten, this season so far. Thank you guys from the heart. And thank you for the continuous support that we get from you guys. We know that we've had a couple losses this season. Hey, we knew this coming into the NAL was going to be a possibility. This is a big difference, a big change in pace for us. But of course, like I tell you guys as well, we're staying constant changing with our roster, making sure that we keep the best players that we can, making sure we keep our players healthy. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and let you guys ask a few questions.
I just want to piggyback off of that and just say thanks as well to the fans. I got a lot of text messages and calls just checking on me and just checking on the team, and just want to say thank you for everybody. This is what everybody's asked for, being back in the NAL, great competition. And I got a lot of texts and a lot of calls just saying how people really enjoyed the game. So, thanks for everybody, and, keep on supporting us, and I guarantee we're going to get back on track.
No doubt about it, man. But I'm going to harp on the gripes and complaints of 99-0. Right. You're at least getting competitive, high-level football. So no more complaints. And it's really indoor football being played in arena. But, Coach, we'll talk about that in a moment with the rules and stuff. But, Nate, do you know how many people were in attendance? Because it looked like it was over 3,000 or 4,000, which I thought was an awesome night for us on Friday.
We have well into the 2000s. We have well into the 2000s people, which, of course, honestly, it's a step up. Like I said, we've slowly progressed every game so far this season. We plan to continue to build that momentum.
Nate, what was the parking situation like with the Cleanstones in town?
Actually, it wasn't bad. We had a few people come in and say a few things, but honestly, for the most part, we shared the parking lot. The Cleanstones, gladly shared their side as well. So we really didn't have that many complaints when it came to parking. Everybody got in and actually had a good time. So parking actually wasn't horrible.
Coach, any moves that were made, anything you want to update us on in terms of with the team, or right now we're just rocking and rolling?
Right now, it's just like Coach said, unfortunately we've had a couple losses. Hey, we knew this was going to be part of the competition coming into the NAL. It's one of those that we just have to, circle back, fix a few things, fix those. Coach has got a good game plan and solid together, and just kind of run with it and see what happens.
All right, you got a road trip. You have to play Colorado first. What are some of the logistics? Are you going to bus there? Are you going to fly? What's going to be the setup for? Especially, this is probably the farthest road trip that you probably will take since you've had to go to Albany.
We're actually flying twice this year. The guys are actually going to fly out Friday morning. They're going to Colorado, and then we're also flying when we go play the Wheeling Miners.
Awesome.
So yeah,
I love it.
So we're ready, man. We want to try to make sure the guys have the best rest they can get, when it comes to these flights, when it comes to these games. So hopefully flying will get them there in time and actually have, some nice long relaxation before we play.
Talk about that relationship you have with Fort Benning and bringing in all those military guys and women, which was awesome, man. They were all in tune to the game. They brought a great atmosphere. I wish we had military night every night, to be honest with you, man.
I'm telling you, dude, it was awesome. The drill sergeants were amazing. We actually brought them down a little bit further for seating so they can actually see. A lot of times they like to put them in the higher levels. We didn't want that. We wanted them to be a part of all the action. So the drill sergeants, getting them to actually bring them down a little bit, and actually spend some time with the guys. There was a couple of them, I don't know if y'all got the chance to see them on camera, that were dancing, going wild. It was awesome, man. It was a really good feeling. We're very thankful to have Fort Benning right here. Thankful for all of our military men and women. We couldn't ask for more when it came to the military night.
Coach, what does the practice schedule look like before you get on this road trip?
We'll have one more hard practice tonight. Tomorrow will be more of a Zoom meetings because we got an early start late that night. Getting ready to get to Atlanta to catch our flight. So we'll get one more in, a hard one tonight, and get ready to go.
Good.
We're good, man.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back from break, I'm going to sit down with Coach Damien Daniels on Inside the Den right here on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. Georgia, Alabama. Sports Live will be your go-to for all your favorite high school and collegiate games this fall. From the Carver Tigers to the Columbus Blue Devils, the Harris County Tigers and Northside Patriots, the Glenwood Gators and Calvary Christian Knights, the Pacelli Vikings and Brookstone Cougars, to the Smith Station Panthers and Russell County Warriors, from CVCC Pirates basketball and baseball and every tournament from here to Macon. We are the #1 destination for anything happening in East Alabama and West Central Georgia. Be sure to like and follow us on YouTube and Facebook, and stay tuned for even more amazing ways we will be bringing Georgia-Alabama sports live to you this upcoming season. We can't wait to come see you next. Georgia-Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do. And without business like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you to those businesses that support us, and specifically Buffalo Rock. And next time you're watching a Georgia-Alabama Sports Live broadcast after a nice long day, why not enjoy it with a nice refreshing Sorry? Sorry. The best lemon lime soda around. Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo Rock for our partnership on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. I love some Sorry, Coach. I know you love some Sorry. We appreciate Buffalo Rock and Pepsi for being a sponsor of not only Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, but also the Columbus Lions. I am with head coach Damien Daniels right here on Inside the Den. Coach, fantastic game. Went back and forth. But what was some of the message to the team? Because I think some of the stuff was self-inflicted. I don't think we're worse than the Beaumont. I don't think we're worse than Carolina. There's just some things that we need to work on. I know that's your message to the team.
Yeah, that was a really good football team. Yeah. That was a really good football team. And like you said, we self-destruct ourselves a few times at big moments of the game that I feel like cost us. And when you're playing a good football team, when you make mistakes, they're going to capitalize and, make you pay for it.
Coach, talk about the rule change in this year's league compared to last year's, because it's like we're watching outdoor football inside the arena. We're seeing hard hitting. We're not seeing a lot of big plays. We're seeing drives, man. Each team taking 5, 6, 7 play drives. Last year, we're doing 1 yard, 10, 15, 30-yard touchdown passes. So talk about how that is kind of something we continue to have to adapt to.
Yeah, well, the biggest difference is the defensive guys, they have no restrictions. Yeah. In traditional arena football, you got your 2 guys in the box. They're restricted on what they can do and where they can go. But then in the IFL rules or indoor football rules, they have no restrictions. So it makes it a little harder for the offense.
All right, Coach. This is just me. You're not saying this. I'm saying this. It's not a reflection on the Columbus Lions, but there were a lot of penalties being thrown. A lot of penalties being thrown. Yeah. I think sometimes that it took away from the flow of the game. Now, I know again, those are things that you can work on, but we're doing nip and tuck. Or some of those things that you maybe wish that the league will kind of work on, maybe not throwing so many flags, or it is what it is. Your guys got to adapt to it.
I think it's a little bit of both, right? And we talked to the referees at halftime and after the game, and there was some things that they talked about that they made mistakes on. But a lot of it is on us. So me as a head coach, I just got to try to worry about us. I'm going to police my team and make sure we eliminate the penalties moving forward. And the referees, they have a hard enough job to do already. So we have to do a good job of doing what we're supposed to do.
Offensively, I thought Marcus put the ball where they needed to be. Just uncharacteristic drops, Coach, from guys that we are not used to seeing. I just felt like it was just kind of like a trickle-down effect. It was happening with the team. And that's something that can be corrected and fixed in 1 week, man. Guys start catching touchdowns. We got a whole nother ball game. So how's the practice been this week to keep the guys motivated, upbeat? Because the season's long from over with, man. We still got a lot of games left.
Yeah, we definitely know that we're not out of it. It was a great practice yesterday. And honestly, the more that we get into it, the less I have to talk, which is a good thing. These guys are taking ownerships. The guys that didn't make the plays that they should have made, I didn't have to say anything to them. They kind of stepped up and took it on themselves. So that's a positive thing to go into. So we just got to make sure we make plays move forward.
All right, Colorado, what do you know about this team, Coach? Obviously, it's a game that we can win, but that travel part you got to put into effect. So what's the message to the guys? What are some of the things you've been working on ahead of Colorado this Saturday?
Just treat it as a business trip. I'm glad, very thankful for my owners and my GM for allowing us to fly.
That's awesome.
That's definitely going to help us out. Get there early so we can get rested and get ready and get prepared for this game. But Colorado is another good team. You know, this is the NAL, so there are no off weeks in the NAL. So it's another good football team. So we just got to make sure we go and play Columbus Lions football.
Coach, you don't have a bye week. It's consecutive game after game. We got 2 road games. We're going to be back at home, another road game, then back at home once more to end the season. This is going to be a long grind, but hey, now I honestly think you probably prefer to be game week after game week because that little lull kind of can get guys out of focus because, again, this is not their guys' full-time jobs, okay? So if they're missing a week, they may be doing other things. So I know you like the fact that they're going to have games every week.
Yeah, I think, you know, and some of our vets, they said that, you know, that the week kind of, it was hit or miss for them. You know, some of them liked it, some of them didn't like it. So to have this stretch that we can just run it out, I definitely feel good about it.
All right, Coach, we got 2 watch parties. For one, we're live here at the Varsity. Yes. Thank you to Varsity, always hosting our press conference inside the den. But shout out to the 2 places going to be hosting a watch party this Saturday, man.
Yes, sir. One will be here at the Varsity, like he said, and the other one will be at Pure Decisions as well. So check out either one of them and, you know, catch us win a football game.
Yeah, definitely going to win a football game, Coach. Well, good luck. Cannot wait to see you on Saturday. And then we'll have another home game coming up in 2 weeks, May the 10th. Next week on the road at Carolina. I want to make sure I point at Nate that I'm saying the right thing, but I could have pointed at you too. You know who you got next. So let's get on a winning streak right here, Coach. And everybody cheer on the Columbus Lions. You can watch it on the NAL. That is the National Arena League channel on YouTube. That's where you can go and find the game. I don't know if Colorado has their own YouTube. It doesn't matter. Go to, and it will be on the Columbus Lions YouTube channel as well. So Columbus Lions YouTube channel, National Arena League channel. Make sure to go and check out the game. I'll be watching, and we'll see you next time on Inside the Den with Coach Damien Daniels. Thank you again to General Manager Nathan Flurry and the Varsity here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We love being able to go to the different high school, colleges, middle schools to live broadcast sporting events around the area. Georgia Alabama Sports Live appreciates all the fan support, but without a presenting sponsor like Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC and Opelika, none of this would be possible. So we want to say thank you so much. Go to glennsmith.com. That is right, glennsmith.com. See all the inventory and see why people always say, you're ready to smile. Thanks, everyone, and thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for being our presenting sponsor.